Hi guys, it's Tanyaleigh here from Tanyaleigh Designs. Welcome. This is my actually first video for 2017. I did put one up, but that was filmed last year, and I just popped that up of a loaded envelope that I made for a friend. Today I've got something a little different for you guys. Last year I started playing around with junk journals and bits and pieces like that, and wanted to use my designs in a different way, and I found that not my project life stuff, but my original designs are absolutely perfect for junk journals. So I've done lots of research and bits and pieces on how to make a junk journal. I do have a couple of ladies going to be doing a couple of journals for me and sending me the work that they've done, so I'm absolutely excited about that. I've got one coming from a lady in Canada. I've just got to get to the post shop to send her parcel, and a lovely lady here in New Zealand is going to be creating a journal for me as well, using my designs and her way of making a junk journal. So that's really exciting. But anyway, this is my very first junk journal, my very first attempt at a junk journal. I love all things vintage. I love going out and finding bits and pieces and old ephemera and stuff like that at the junk shops, and I've had some luck lately on Trade Me. So I am going to run through this journal with you. I haven't finished the front cover or the closure, but other than that I've finished it. I'm going to quickly finish it today. I'm heading away tomorrow for a couple of weeks, but this video won't go up until I get back. I've got no internet to my main computer at the moment, so I can't edit this now, sadly. But anyway, it'll be done when I get back from my wee trip away to see a very special friend. But anyway, so I'm going to quickly go through with you this. I started playing around with coffee dyed or coffee stained paper and tea dyed paper, and I absolutely love the both, but I actually prefer using coffee. I don't know why, I just do. Anyway, so this is my cover. This kit is from Tsunami Rose, which I bought and downloaded from Etsy. So check out Tsunami Rose on Etsy. She sells some amazing kits over there, and there's actually a lot of people that sell amazing kits on there. You can also go to some websites and get free downloads as well. But seriously, some of the kits are really expensive, but then some are really cheap, and a lot of them have sales all the time. But they're absolutely amazing. I don't know if I've done my first journal the way that a lot of people do their journal, but I don't care, it's mine. This is actually for a friend. I asked her if she was into doing junk journals, and she said no, but she decided to do one, and we're going to swap. So this is for her. I'm a bit sad about giving my first one away, but it's okay. I've got the video and I'll have photos as well, so that's cool. But anyway, I've used this kit. So what I did is I downloaded all the kit. It was perfect size for this journal that we decided to do a swap. And so what I did is I inked the edges, not that I needed to because it already had this black bit around it, but I just wanted to get rid of the white around the edges. And then I stitched around each piece of paper. Well, I actually printed this onto card, so it's actually thick, but I stitched around each one. I put some lace here. Now this lace is actually pulled off a very old vintage bedspread that I still have, but I just pulled all the lace off and I've been using that. And then I ruffled and sewed some actual sewing pattern paper. And then I had this dye, and I had this lace and I coffee dyed it, and roughed up the edges and bits and pieces, so it just hung off like that. And the back is just, I've done the same there, so just that's the back. So I will be sticking something here, and then there will be a closure. So this is also part of her kit paper here, so I've just done the same as the front and the back on there, so I've just left that like that. Now my paper all through here is just a mixture of just normal paper that I've coffee dyed. There is some lined paper that I've had for many years. It's lined on one side. It's like graphic paper. It's from Raspberry, which was I don't even know if they're still around anymore, but so I've coffee dyed that, and then I've inked everything, and then I've gone along and done some stamping on some of the pages as well. I've got some lunch paper in here which I've coffee dyed. I've got some French dictionary paper in here, just some normal paper. I've actually got some, I found my little 11-year-old's box of bits and pieces, and he had some recycled paper, so I pinched a piece of that, which is there, and dyed that as well. So there's just a mixture of paper through here. So anyway, and I've put some doilies in, which I've coffee stained and stamped and inked. This is part of the Tsunami Rose kit, so I've used it as a tuck spot. Here I've pulled apart a double tea bag, inked it, joined it back together, just some eyelash trim and a very 3D butterfly that I've put there, and and a wee heart on the end of the tea bag string. I thought that was really cool. And in the back of here there's just some tags that I've made. That was part of the kit, and that there was part of the paper that I had from many years ago, and I've just coffee stained it and sewn some lace down the side there, and put some trim up the top and some cord so they can go in there, so she can just do whatever she wants with those. Oopsie. So that's in there. So that's the first page. I really like that. And then this is the second page. It's one of the papers that came with the kit, so that's there for her to do whatever she wishes with. Then there's, like I said, then there's some lunch paper. So in here, this is part of the kit as well, so then she can just do some journaling there. Now this is, I think, a Tsunami Rose design as well, but it was a free download at one point that I've had, and it's just an envelope and one of her inserts. So then, and I printed that side, then I turned my paper over in my printer and just printed a coffee mark paper on the back, so then I didn't really have to do anything to that. So this is actually going to a friend, Stacey, so Stacey can do whatever she wishes with that. And I've just put that on a clip there, but it's actually the back of a clip that's on the other side of the page, so we'll get to that in a second. So that's just there. So that envelope is not part of the kit, but it was a free download, so I just put that in there. Okay, so this side is the clip. It's actually a metal clip that I've had for many years, and it's got a feather on it, and I just thought it was really cool, so that goes in there. So that's holding these on, but here's another journal spot that that's part of the kit that she can then journal on. Now this here I made, well, I didn't actually make it, sorry. I took it off Pinterest, resized it, and printed it out and copied it, so she can, that's just some ephemera. It's an old library card. I so remember going to the library and doing that. I remember sitting down at the library, picking our book, and then having to stand in line, and they had to stamp it when we had to write a name. Anyway, and then this is an envelope which is part of the Tsunami Rose kit as well. Sorry if you can hear that, that's my son coughing his lungs out. And then there's just two of the cards that were part of the kit as well. So that's just in there for her to do whatever she wishes with. So that's just holding all that there. There's some French dictionary paper. and this is just some normal paper on this side. I found a really good deal on this die. I'm just trying to see where I've put it without crashing everything. My desk, seriously, my desk is in a bit of a mess, and I'm going away tomorrow, and I'm not even going to clean it up. Oh, here it is. It's the Holtz Doily Die. I got this for $10 from Deb and Bronwyn at Craft Haven in Taranaki. So this is a die from Holtz, and for $10 score. And I did a wee tuck spot here with some eyelash trim, some of the lace I coffee dyed, and an old vintage button that I've had for many years. So in behind that I just have some ephemera. This is just a printout. I think this is Tsunami Rose as well. I'm not 100% sure, but it was just a printout that I had. This is actually my own design. I did this one. So I just made another library card with a rose on it, done some stamping and some inking. So that's one of mine that I've designed. Now this here is just an old picture, but this is actually my great-grandmother. I know that these old photos aren't going to mean anything to Stacey, but or to anybody that I use these photos of, but rather than just using a random person, I thought it would be really nice to use somebody that I actually know. And I haven't done it yet, but I'm actually going to put who it is and the year that they were born on the back. So it sort of really means something, but I know it won't really mean anything to Stacey. But so this is my great-grandmother. Yes, it is my great-grandmother. Sorry, same thing. I'm doing family history, so I'm still trying to learn how to, you know, who these people are. But anyway, that's my great-grandmother. And I can really see where my mum gets her lips from. My mum's got really thin lips, and that's definitely the Grace. My mum's a Grace, and her maiden name, and it's definitely my mum all over, my nana. Anyway, moving on. So the next page is just, I've left plain, and then this one is part of the kit, which is part of the kit as well. So then Stacey can just do some journaling, what have you, on that, and there's a doily in there. Next page is more, the kit had a lot of journaling things, so Stacey can do that, or she can stick a photo over it, or whatever she wants to do. But I'm not sure what she's going to do with this journal, but yeah. This little bit here I really like. What I did is I used, I put two envelopes together. So like there's one there, and then I tucked the other one in there. So anyway, I'll show you when you get to it. This is the envelope. So what I've done is, this postcard here is one of my designs from my tanyaleigh designs, and I think this one is the cream postcards. So when it's dyed up that colour, and it's further on. I'll just quickly show you this one that's in here. This one is craft, so it's printed on craft card, so you can see the difference between the two colours when they're coffee dyed. They definitely come out different. So even though it's the same product, it's printed on different cards, so you're going to get a different colour combo when it comes out, but that's okay. I mean, it's cool. I'll just put that there. And then I've just sewn some lace to the top of it and used it as a tag, but then I've also used it as a tuck spot as well here with some lace down the side, and this is part of the Tsunami Rose kit as well. So that's there, and then this is part of the Tsunami Rose kit. It's just a couple of tags and one of her envelopes, which I've then tucked back under there. And this is one of my tanyaleigh designs. It's a vintage clock. Now this one's printed on craft, so when I've coffee dyed it, it's come out like the tag, but then I've also inked it and I've put some netting, curtain netting between it. So that's a wee thing that I've just clipped in there. Okay, So then on the other side we've got the actual part of the envelope in here, and in here I've just put, this was part of the Tsunami Rose kit, and instead of cutting them all up individually, I've just left this one, folded it in half, and made a little book out of it with the dyed paper that then she can write in if she wishes to, or do whatever she wants to. And then I've just tied it together with two little hearts in the middle, so that just sits in there. And then there's just that there, another doily, another blank page. Now all the pages seriously have come out different, because I think I've used, I've used different textured papers. They're not all the same, and actually some of these were tea dyed, some of these were the original ones that I did, and I think it depended on what I actually used to put it in. Like, but when I started I didn't have anything to put my papers in, and I didn't, I started hanging them up in the shower, and I really didn't know how to do it, because like this is my first one. So I was playing around, and I had an old oven dish, but some of my papers, I've tried to cover them up as best that I can. Some of my papers came out with black marks on them like that, and I couldn't figure out what it was. And then when I kept tipping the coffee out, I noticed that there was like a bit of a rust spot at the bottom of the pan, and I think that's where that came from. So but that still adds to it, and it's fine. But now I've got a tin foil oven dish, so it's a lot better. But now, since that, I've noticed when I did this one, I've got the pattern off the bottom of the oven tray, but that's okay, just adds to it, I guess. So yeah, so next page, another one of the Tsunami Roses one there, some lunch paper, some of the French dictionary. These were part of the kit as well. It's just date and entry, and that Stacey could write in if she wishes to. So I've sewn around all those as well and stuck them on there. Now this is a bag that I put in the middle. I really like what everyone was doing with these and sticking the oops, and these two are stuck together. Oh, there we go. And putting the hearts and bits and pieces on the end of your string. I actually really like that. I think that's pretty cool. So anyway, so a lot of people I've noticed in their videos that they were cutting that so they had two tuck spots. Well, I left that because then Stacey could either put a photo there and put a photo there, and I know you could still do that if there was a slit there for an extra pocket, but I mean, she can do that if she wishes to. She can always cut that or do whatever she wants. But yeah, and I actually was supposed to have this round the other way so that this pocket was here, but then I did it, but anyway. So in here, along with this, is just some little ephemera bits. So there's one of my postcards that I've coffee dyed. There's another one of my red rose cards that I designed, so that's another one. So these will be, this is a new thing for my tanyaleigh designs. I'm going to be doing digital files, and then I won't go too much into it because I'm still working on bits and pieces, but there will be digital files coming. That's pretty exciting. And this will be one of them for junk journals. So that's one of the other ones that goes along with the other one. Now yesterday I actually went out to our second-hand shops here, and I found a mini old English dictionary, and it was $2. I pulled the cover off already, and it's mini, and I thought that was really cool. It was $2. This is the cover. It was $2, and I'm going to use this and make a mini journal because I thought that was really cool. So I'm going to do that. But yeah, so this was a mini journal, so a mini dictionary, and I thought that was super cute to put, use as ephemera or whatever. So I've put a page in there for Stacey to do whatever, and then there's another printout, same as one earlier. Like I said, I think it's Tsunami Rose, I'm not 100% sure, so that's in there as well. So they go in there. It sits in there, and that's the other side of that. Then I've left that plain, and I did bind there with some washi tape because it was it's very thin. Some more, what do you call it? Lunch paper. Oops, sorry. Some more of the kit that I used, and lots of lines. Now this here I've made a belly band. I've never made a belly band before. This is my first belly band, and I thought it turned out pretty cool. This was not part of the kit. This was another freebie printout. I'm not 100% sure who it was from, but it's all on my computer, so I can let you know. Just put one of my vintage buttons there with some of the eyelash trim that I found. And in here is a selection of goodies. There's a tag that I just put together. There's another printout that I used. It's actually upside down. It goes that way, but because I put the little rip there, it fits perfect upside down. And this is another old photo. Now this is actually my Nana here in the middle, but it's a very, very cute vintage photo. And it's just a printout copy of it. But my Nana was such a special lady, and I just finding out about her life has really shocked me, just in regards to who she was as a person. But I love her. She's just gorgeous. And I've got another photo of her, and she's all dolled up with a dress. Her socks are up to her knees. She's got a pretty lace tie in her hair. She looks beautiful. But anyway, this is my Nana, and they must be her siblings. I have no idea who they are, but that's on my list of things to find out about my Nana. But anyway, so I've just tucked them in behind here. Now the doily, so this is the other side of the envelope. So like I said, when I tucked the other one in, so I stuck that inside the other one there, and then the flap from the other one stuck there. So then what I did is, this is another envelope tuck spot type thing, which I've just got some little tickets in from the kit. So that's sitting in there for her, she can do whatever. And then the other side of it, I've used this as a tuck spot as well. So I've just taped the top and the bottom, and it's just a wee tuck spot as well. And I've put, that's part of the kit, so that's there. This here's just some free tags that they might have been, I might have paid for them actually. I'm not 100% sure. I'd have to find that out. This here is one of my new designs. I'm so excited about this. This is awesome. One of my, and I don't have any here, they're packed in a box that's got lots of more boxes on top of them. But if you have a look at my Etsy store, which I do have as well, and I have my website as well, and Tanyaleigh Designs does acetate film strips. Now I do the large ones, which don't quite well, they fit on a 12 by 12, but they don't reach from 12 to 12. They're slightly smaller, but they're really good because they're great for that 12 by 12 size if you want it for scrapbooking. I also do a smaller pack, and I do 4 medium sized ones and 6 small ones in the pack, and they're really cool. Well, I have designed and created, which is sorry, I'm so chuffed about, for my junk journals. I have designed a negative folder. Back in the day, now I found one amongst all my stuff. Back in the day, when you used to go and get your negative or your films developed, you would come away with your photos, and you'd come away with the negatives from your photos, and I'd slip them in one of these. And then when you want to reorder, you then go along, and it's your special instructions, and then you go along and you order what you want. So it'll say negative number, and then quantity of prints. So you'd put, you need a number, say A2 or whatever your number is on your photos, and then you'd write down how many you wanted, and so on and so on and so on. And that's how you reordered your photos from your negatives. And so I found one, and I created my own. Sorry, it's just small things amuses small minds anyway. Yeah, so I've created my own, and they will be up for sale on my website, and I will put them on Etsy as well. So I've inked this one, I've coffee dyed it. I have made this slightly smaller than the original one, and then inside that I have my Tanyaleigh Design negatives. So they're not the same They are the same negative, but they don't look the same because the negatives that you get when you get your photos is actually, I got your photos on them, so they are darker. But these are my negatives that I sell in my shop. Like I said, these ones are the, I think these ones, yeah, these ones are the mediums, because I made this cover smaller, I had to cut the ends off these ones so they would fit. So they were actually there. So they comes in fours, but then you will get 4 of these size with the extra bit on the end, of course, and then you'll get 6 of the smaller ones. And yeah, so they're in there. So I like it. It's so exciting. Anyway, so yeah, so they will be called negative covers or sleeves, something like that. I'm not quite sure yet. So they will be in the shop for sale. Like I said, I'm going away tomorrow, and they will be in the shop when I get back. So if you're interested, you can email me. My email will be below, and you can leave me a message and I will get back to you. I am still checking my messages and bits and pieces, my Facebook page, so while I'm away, so it's not like I'm going to have no internet. I would just die. But anyway, so that's there. So that's something new for tanyaleigh Design, so I'm absolutely chuffed. So anyway, so that's there. So we'll carry on. Okay, we're at 26 minutes, so I need to get my A into G. So this is just another page from the kit. Another one again. This one's lines, that one's not. A doily, just a plain paper. That's part of the kit as well. So she got photos there, or whatever she wants to do. Another vintage, another French dictionary page. Some more of the pages. There were lots of pages throughout the book. So I just stuck them on, and then she can just then do whatever she wants with it. Another lined one, plain, bunch paper. This is one of the pockets from the kit again, and then inside that I've just got one of the tags from her kit. I've made a tag and just put a butterfly down there as well. So vintage tag. So that's goes in there, and then behind it we have, this is a daily time pocket. I bought these from a stationery shop, and I've just inked it. I've coffee stained it, sorry, inked it, what have you. So that's in there, some ephemera. This is an old, well, it's not actually old, it was new, I made it look old, library card. So that's in it. That's actually still a bit damp, but I wanted it in here to show you. So that's that. And this is one of my tanyaleigh Design game squares. There's 4, there's 8 in a pack that you get, but there's only 4 designs, so you get 2 of each. This is the crossword one, so that's in there as well, some ephemera. And then just some blank pages, and the back cover, and the rest of the doily. Okay, and then that's the back cover. So that's my journal. Like I said, I just have to put a picture on the front and then put a tie here around here, and it's done. But I'm going to be doing that shortly, because I'm going to take it away with me tomorrow and post it from where I am. But yeah, so that's my first journal. And I will see you in the next video when I get back from holiday. So I'll see you later. Bye.